There you go, toys.
They've got a chance here to win their fifth road game in the playoffs. Their third in this series. In a game set on the road.
Random question. I know your relationships haven't lasted long, but do you ever think you've truly been in love? Don't talk to me, man. I'm streaming. Simmy, what you play, dog? I saw you fucking with the dodgeball and shit. You wasn't fucking with the Azure game, though.
Oh, I've been playing a lot, man. I mean, shit, I played a lot, and I still got a lot to run through. So, I mean, well, I posted pretty much everything
Yeah.
played.
I was going through them at certain points on my way back, so I wanted to see. But yeah, cause you were was it called something of Azure? You know what I'm talking about, the one with the art style.
Three.
Like you were fucking with it. So or like you had something to say about it. What were you not messing with to some degree?
Oh well, no, it's not like I wasn't fucking with it, but just like this is cool, but is it cool enough for me to pay money for it? Type of cool, right? So like, there was no issue. The graphics are absolutely phenomenal. The art style is great. The anime is beautiful. I really love the lighting effects and whatnot. It's more slow paced. So it's not a fast platform, which is nothing wrong with it. But again, the whole having to control three characters all at once, all the time, is really something that I need to get used to and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's like, would I freaking pay like $20 for this? Probably not. But if I get it free on Game Pass, shit, I'll play it.
All right, I hear you. Oh, I forgot this game is still on, and you guys can hear this shit. My bad. Turn this
I
down.
mean, it's barely the
Yo,
background.
E, stand up, ATL. Yo, do the ATL talk. Do the thing. I don't do that. I don't
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
hooping it up on my day, boy. That be
Hey, talk about that boy Ice Tray. Brr, Gucci. Brr.
Boy, you know what I'm tell him, boy, boy, go to the fuck on, boy. You ain't ready for that shit, boy.
What's up, Golden Ace? What's up? Oh my god. I just. Shit. Wrong. Trachea. Sorry. What's up, Chief? Stardust Joyce, we back, I guess, sir. You only know this ain't the podcast episode. We just talking about My Hero. A little bit of JoJo. If anybody in here has read Jojolion, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know if you read the thing. If you guys want to pop in and talk about it for a bit, we can. If not, this will just be My Hero. It's okay. I can save the Jojolion stuff for another day. Interesting chapter to say the least. But yeah, I heavily messed with this chapter. This was probably my. I'm gonna say during as far as this Deku. What arc is this? What arc is this technically called?
Well, we for now it's the Deku Solo arc, but since all these characters have appeared, we call them the Rogues Gallery. How Batman has his recurring villains.
Okay.
So we knew that eventually he would come back and have Overhaul. He would have Muscular. He would have Stain, and then we're waiting on Gentle Criminal to return within the arc.
Gentle criminal.
So it would be the encompassing, like, his reoccurring villains, all the people who's like, if I just talked to them, maybe things would have been different. So
Okay.
we basically, since we got 3 of the 4, we call it the Rogues Gallery arc.
Okay. No, I was just wondering because I wasn't sure if it had a name or anything like that. Because I would say this is my favorite chapter of this arc.
Yeah.
And the main reason was like I felt like it was all well handled and paced from from the previous chapters, like that hatred in his eyes and that last panel being like he doesn't even look like a hero type beat. And like I think for me, a part of the reason why I appreciated it a lot because it low key hit home for me in some ways, in the sense that I'm like trying to shoulder the burden all on your own is something that I do very often, even when I can't handle it, and I'll do it, and I'll do too much and not really rest or listen to people who have gone through it. And I could see Deku going through that. Like, he's a young man, teenager. You're not gonna listen to All Might. All Might literally is like the only person who really gets it. He literally had the same ability, had the same enemy, and was the symbol of peace. He gets it, and he's trying to talk some sense into my boy, but he's too determined. I thought he killed that nigga at first. I said, "There's no way he did. He killed him." Hey, yo. But I was like, no. Okay. I said, yo, got his back. He's looking kind of crazy here. So yeah, but You guys chime in before I keep going. I've been talking for a while.
I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I'm not in the right headspace, but like, y'all gonna have to do a lot of teeth pulling with me to get me to talk about this chapter. Not like it was bad or anything. It was great. It just I don't got nothing to say.
Oh, fair
It
enough.
was cool. It it drove home the idea of the long lasting effects of this whole lawless anarchy land is having on the front lines and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and all of that fun stuff, and especially our MC Kun. But I don't got really nothing to say about that. Again, maybe because I'm freaking busy, maybe because I'm doing like 4 things at one fucking time, maybe because this was like on the very last on my priority list. But I don't really got much to say. It was still a fantastic chapter though. Deku's heading down a very, 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 very dark path. He better fucking lighten up before he gets swallowed by the darkness completely.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I killed the chat. That's crazy.
No.
Me, my
Ah,
hero.
What's up,
Never.
y'all?
go ahead, brother. Speak. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
I'm alright. Late.
Good
Good.
man. Good to hear your voice.
Way Gucci.
ATL stand up. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro.
We smoking that Embiid. No, Simmons pack. Fuck. Embiid's fine. I'm smoking Simmons.
And regarding the chapter, it was like I like the chapter a lot. This Hori breaking my heart out here, man. Had my boy All Might all on his knees in the dirt and shit. I ain't like that. I ain't like seeing that at all.
Like he's dying, and he's gonna die in the way where it's like Deku's gonna have that regret. You know, you could tell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was speaking with Issa a little bit earlier, and I was saying like I could almost see like because he tried, if I remember correctly, he tried to give him lunch or told him he didn't eat lunch. Like I could imagine that lunchbox having something in there like you've been working hard or some note or like even like the way that the bento was like presented could be like an All Might and Deku thing is gonna hit him even harder that he didn't listen to him at the very end and it's gonna be like an uncle like things said to me earlier like an Uncle Ben type situation where it's like the last conversation you had with that person wasn't ideal and you're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
feel it.
exactly what I was saying too. Exactly what I think. I was wondering if this right here would be their last conversation. I don't know if it is, but if it is, man, that shit's gonna hurt.
Oh my.
Here.
There you go.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. Well,
All right, speak on the chapter. Where you go?
Or not.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, you talking to me or East?
I'm talking to you.
You let East go last.
Oh, okay.
Save the anchor for
Okay,
last.
I had to get out of the house, man. That dog wasn't stopping, so I'm sitting in my car. But anyway, so this whole entire time, this man East been saying for like I don't know, like a year and a half, 2 years, this man All Might gonna die, and I'm just like I don't know, man. I don't see it. If he ain't died by now, when he gonna die? Now this is the first time that I actually see the death flags, and it makes sense. It gotta be right here. If he don't do it here, well, I mean, he gonna do it. But if he don't do it here, then there ain't no point. There ain't nobody died in this series. Damn it. So, but chapter was really good. I love the title. I said that before. The title, I think this is one of the best title names for something for a manga. I think in a long ass time. That's fucking crazy ass title, bro. And it's a legit chapter. It's probably the best chapter in quite some time. It might be my favorite chapter ever in this story.
What the hell was
As a
the
singular chapter.
chapter name?
So,
What the hell was the chapter
shit
name?
was like, hold
what?
on, give me a second. It was like blood, mud,
was-
what
Blood,
shit
mud, and
scar-
scars.
Yeah, blood, mud, and scars.
Yeah, that shit fires.
And that hit. Hold on. that's tough.
That shit fire. That's tough. I'm telling you, that
said
shit's
blood,
tough.
mud, and scars. That might
No
be
wait.
the name.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the name of the next stream. 100%.
Was it blood,
shit
mud, and
hard.
scars
It
or
was
blood, mud, and
it, it was blood. No, it was blood. It was scars, blood, and filth, or it's blood, scars, and filth.
Whatever, man. That's still raw.
Whatever, it's raw. Yeah, that shit hard. Okay.
I was fucking with it. Truly. But all right, East, take it away.
All right.
Talk to me.
All right. You know, I got my right hand Petri with me, but you know Alan Petri with me. But yeah,
No.
like Vince was saying, like yes, now Shigaraki's time is coming to wait because All Might's getting out the paint with Shigaraki's death. That's when it happens, all encompassing. So when he wakes up, it's truly a wrap for everybody. Since like then things start coming full circle. Callback was that they're at this waterfront house, and that's exactly where, funny enough, where Dobby and Hawks meet at the first time you see them interacting. The water, that's a callback to the waterfront they have first met at, and in the sense that it's so interesting, like it's from the oversaturated fat ass hero society, and within a month's time since the post-war stuff, basically that's how long it's been. You see how down bad they're having that conversation, like, "Yo, we just gonna have to bring everybody together to do what the fuck we can do to make something." And then people are just talking, it's like, "Well, listen, what about if this happens with Midoriya in the worst case scenario of this?" He was like, and Hawks goes to say, like, "Yeah, well, we can talk doomsday scenario all day, but everything's at the doorstep now. We don't have a fucking choice but to get this shit together and rolling because we out of options at this point. We're down bad." And it's
Yo,
We're here. Look.
yeah, but it's still so like it's still so fucking god awful to the point. It's like they literally have no heroes. They're at their break. They really hit the breaking point already. So it's like let's do what we can to make this one final like stretch. And what's that noise?
I can't. I can't. Are you here? Are you hearing something? Because I keep thinking that I fucking something up on the stream. That's why I keep looking.
Yeah, I'm hearing stuff that sounds like.
I don't
Yes,
know.
we hearing a very loud like static noise, and it's coming from you.
Oh, I can't even hear that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. The stream's good though. Just go. Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah. They're so down bad. It's to the point where it's truly abysmal. Like they have to round up with it. What hit for some of us other fans is like that Death Arms is one of the first few heroes we actually seen in the series. For him to quit, people call him a fraud, this, that, and the other. But he not like that nigga Moonshot, that old man that was in top 10. Like he stuck there throughout the
Fraud
course.
ass samurai.
Yeah, but Death Arm stuck there throughout the course when times got rough and tougher, but people just didn't appreciate the work he was doing still at the same time. And one of his sidekicks actually died in the war. He got his throat slit by Toga. So this war is really affecting people in the aftermath of that. And it's so funny. It's like Japan society is so fucking crumbled. Like you can see this shit in the streets. Like it's been nothing but raining ever since. Like for weeks now, since like chapter like 310. It's just been darkness and rain and storm. There's been no sunshine, no light encompassing the world. And you can literally see the damage from all the battles happening in the streets.
I don't mean to cut you off, East, but like to contrast against Death Arms, I like the fact that that Mount Lady is one of the more prominent heroes who's still around, and she's all like we see her and Death Arms in the same chapter, chapter one, and they're basically on opposite sides of the hero spectrum from what we can see. Death Arms is one of the more idealistic hero like types of heroes that you would expect to see. And then Mount Lady, she comes in. She's a new hero on the block, trying to get as much fame and shine as she can. And then throughout the story, we actually see her develop into a true hero. And so it's good to see her still around and be one of those one of those leading heroes for the current society.
For real. Her development from the start to now is truly amazing.
This this is exactly what. It might not be you, East. It might be my air conditioner. Maybe it's me. But what I was gonna say is this solo arc has been really good. But did you want to all talk about what we were talking about the other day, relating to All for One, Shiggy, Deku, and All Might? 'Cause I thought we had a pretty good discussion on it.
About the heart topic. Was it?
Yeah. Cause
Right.
No, I'll talk about we were talking about what we thought was gonna happen. What's up, Mikey? What was gonna happen with like the who's gonna kill who and stuff like that. Like we're speaking about it, and we're speaking about the level of competence of how different Shiggy and All for One were gonna be and stuff like that and everything. I think I don't exactly remember how we started it and framed it because it did tangent into a couple other subcategories and topic. But go ahead.
Yeah, so what I asked Nye was that how do you, since you've read so much stuff like that, so I was like, you read so many different like books, games, etc. Very versatile. how do you see Shigaraki being able to surpass All for One? Because it's kind of different when Deku surpassed All Might, because All for One has had 100 and like what it's basically 7 years of basically ruling Japan and being this all encompassing, and then, like he's just like this 5D chess, big brained ass, villain and stuff like that. And I was like, well, Shigaraki probably won't be able to, be that 5D chess ass nigga, but that's not his character. Like he's not stupid anymore. Like he's learned, he's very competent, know how to make more moves and stuff like that. But I asked Naya, how do you see him surpassing All for One essentially? And Naya told me, it's like, well, Shigaraki has more heart than All for One does, and heart can be just as scary as a nigga with a big brain, or even more scary.
It was a couple of I have to remember what I said, but it was a couple things that I said. Methodology was one of them. All for One is older, more experienced, and amassed a bit more power, and as a result, the way that he moves and goes about things is a lot differently, and the way that he uses people who are close to him are a lot different. He uses them more like pawns, right? I would argue that with the way that Shigaraki's dynamic is with his people, they're a much more cohesive unit that kind of believe in him or believe in what he's doing. To the point where I feel like they're much more willing to run into a brick wall for Shiggy, where I feel like somebody who's fucking with All for One would be like, no. So that's one of them. Shiggy's got anger.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right, too.
Yeah, Shiggy's got. Oh, go ahead.
It was just something quick. Spinner already told All for One he gonna fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? He signed up to fuck with Shiggy, not All for One. So that's absolutely right. Like the villains, they're much of a close-knit family instead of just a group of black people.
Yeah. And Shiggy has like anger and emotion, which can be a detriment, but it could be a pro. So like what like East was saying earlier, whereas I feel like his rage towards hero society in the world, it makes him dangerous, because I kind of want to use this analogy because I think it's appropriate here with Gilbert Arenas talking about the difference between Kobe and AI, right? Where it's like AI just gonna keep attacking you, and that's annoying and dangerous for a certain reason, because it keeps you on your heels constantly. Because once he gets the ball, he sees one thing, the basket, and he's going right at it every single time. So when he comes to attack your city, it's not that he's incapable of planning and stupid, but he's aggressive. He was not trying to pull out when they were losing, and with Maki, what's his name, the big dude, Maki or whatever, and everything. Like he wasn't trying to leave. He's like, fuck that, I'm fighting them to the death. Fuck it, right? Like he's different in that sense. Where like Kobe had to go through the triangle offense. He had to play within the offense, dump the ball to Shaq, whatever the case is. Like he had other things he can do. He can't just go into attack mode. He had to kind of play with the flow. And I would argue that All for One has more of that style, and it's good in some ways, but I think he thinks too much. Where Shiggy's just gonna do shit and figure it out on the fly. So I think that makes him a lot dangerous because of his aggression and his anger. He gonna come right down your throat relentlessly, back to back to back. He don't care. So I think that's what makes him a little bit dangerous. Plus, he's pretty talented. All things considered, I think he'll learn how to use these multitude of abilities relatively quickly. Go ahead.
He be using them whole like video game abilities.
Yeah, he woke up, immediately figured out I can control my decay. So then he kept those normals alive on the fly outside the chamber. Then he fucking used air blast and radar waves together to wake up the normal in like a split second. Like he just scorching through the quirks he had in like the catalog book, and just said,
that man was flex.
Yeah, it just combined them all and said, "Pew, all right, got it." And then it was like, all right, now let me use this shit. And it's like, well, okay, goddamn, that nigga move fast as shit in order to just move. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I actually just now thought about something. Do you think that like, cause, his body it wasn't done being modified, but it was, I think it was what, 73, 75% or something like that.
Yeah, the quirks were taking root, and he wasn't fully done healing. The rest of it.
Yeah, but do you think that, because he was using multiple quirks at one time. His quirk parallel process is way better than that. So like I don't know if that comes from from the inherent use of All for One and him being like him having his body modified, or if that's just Shigaraki's own skills with quirks.
Mm-hmm. But
he struggles hard trying to use like 3 quirks at once.
Yeah, and he's a thinker. He's like a gamer, so he's always thinking like how they work in tandem with one another. Can he play them off one another, and like like he thinks it like that. So, but yeah, I think Shiggy will be far more dangerous than All For One in the grand scheme of things. He may not have the longevity, but I think he's gonna be.
I mean, we know that.
I mean, some people are not. Some people don't agree.
Shiggy even
Okay,
Shiggy has
I
to do
like
take
your
all
Vince.
once for all.
I like to hear Vince take.
Well, I'll say it like this, right? As far as a schemer goes, yeah, Shiggy is not gonna be dangerous like that. But as far as pure destructive ability, no question, that guy's gonna be way scarier. You already seen what he did. No quirk, 75%. That guy's scary, bro. Nobody want no smoke with that man. Nah, nobody want to see that man. Not a single person.
That man was making this meat out of the top 10 with no quirk action.
Nigga stood on Endeavor body and hold and said, "Hey, is this the right hand? One. Too bad you had to jump on me. Too bad I pounced back on you, nigga."
Yeah. The problem with Shiggy is he kind of a dumbass. He emotional. But even then, he's been a lot better about that recently. So it just like,
All For One uses a Trojan horse, while Shiggy just said bring the catapult. That's mad funny. Thank you, Chris, for the bits. I don't know how many bits that is, but thank you. I appreciate it. I gotta learn how to do this. My job probably. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just be seeing symbols like I don't know what that means, but thank you.
I'm really
bad at what I do.
Curious when we start getting into these big battles. I wonder how Horikoshi gonna take it up to the next level, because eventually he will have to reintroduce these children and all this other shit. I really want, like, I gotta be patient, but I'm really wondering how he's planning to end this, go about the next stuff, man. But all this stuff is probably in the next 2-3 months. But damn, I need this shit to happen, son. Like this is the changing of the guard. This little stretch right here is gonna move it from an 8.5 to the 9 category. That's what I need.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and Patrick can tell you, the layout is pretty simple. When that nigga Shigaraki wakes up, the whole landscape changes. Like you said, that nigga wiping the face off fucking everybody. He's thinking, I'm trying to figure out, we gonna need some more heroes so he can just run through these niggas.
Right. I wonder how many of them like he actually gonna take down. Like how many, like, cause he's gonna take, like, we already know he's gonna take out a portion of no-name niggas that nobody never heard about. We know he's gonna do that. He gonna take out All Might. Is he gonna take out Endeavor too and Hawk? I know y'all keep bringing that up, but I don't know if they both gonna go out right now.
What Endeavor has done. Hawks, we don't know if that's Toga.
Thank you for the bet. Sorry, keep going.
What the Hawks give him, we don't know if it's Toga or Shigaraki that's going for his head. We don't know which of the two, because they not letting that slide, because they know that Hawks is the one that took twice out already, and they not gonna let that slide, because they didn't let that slide before with Overhaul. Either they let it slide with gear.
I might have to intervene. They're not killing Hawks. Not on me. Not on my watch. I have to step up.
Hey, they getting that bird the fuck out of here, but we getting Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Hey, listen, they had their chance. They missed. You should have aimed for the head. You don't get no second chance around here.
All right, now the next. I don't know. I'm here for the energy. I don't know why I yelled it like that, but what was I gonna say about the Shiggy thing? Okay, now hear me out. This is what I think is gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen, but this is what I think will make this interesting. Now, all of Deku's anger right now was directed at who? There you go. Now, I think East, are we on the same page with Shiggy? Killing him? Okay, we're on the same page with that.
Yeah.
He killing that man. He taking out his master, and I think it's intentional. I think it's some dark side type shit where it's like strike me down and become, some Sith Lord type beat. Go ahead.
He did it in the best. I'll just make it real quick. He did it in the best. He was like, "Oh, tomorrow I nearly forgot you hated me too." And he started decaying, and he's like, "Perfect, all the more fitting. Kill us, like take everything, use that heart and that hatred. This is why He knew about the vestige, all that shit. He's like, do it, and this is what we can do, and then we can finally take this shit that you going for."
Yeah. I don't remember what I was gonna say now. I lost my train of thought.
You was talking about how All For One was setting him up. You was talking about the hatred that Deku had for All For One.
Oh yeah, Sith something. I don't know. I forgot. I lost. I had a way I wanted to say it, but the way I want to say it now wasn't as good as the way I wanted to say it the first time, so I don't want to bother.
You want to talk about the World of Two?
Kind of, but I don't. I had some. I don't know. The thoughts just gone. I'm gonna tell you. My brain don't work. It's stupid. It's gone. All Might getting closer and closer to death with these red flags got raised. Oh yeah, 100%. That's happening sooner rather than later. But man,
between Deku leaving All Might again.
Oh, wait. I mean, before I forget. So what I think is going to happen is going to be, I feel like Deku's rage is not going to have a proper outlet to some degree. Now, Horikoshi might just do the smart thing and just transfer this rage from All For One to Shigaraki. When it's all said and done, I don't know how Deku's going to see it based on that little moment they had when he reached out to quote-unquote save him, but I'm not putting too much stock into that scene in the way other people are. Just because he wants to save doesn't mean he can. But to me, it's like, what if he's super pissed at this guy and now he's just dead? He just kills him. And now Shigaraki. I don't know if his rage will immediately just kind of buffer and transfer over to the next person. Because I feel like it could be I feel like what could happen is now he'll have a lot of rage and not know what to do with it, which I think would be interesting. Especially if All Might's already gone at that point. Like, who's the person who's going to be able to really rein him in? Because I don't know if... I guess. That's not a bad idea, because he'll rein him in with tough love. Okay, that's fair. He'll literally punch him. Alright, fair enough. You're like... He's gonna hit him in the face and then tell him to stop being a dickhead. Fair enough. But yeah, All Might's gonna die. Him on Deku. He's stupid around now. Or has been I roll with the pen. Yeah. What's up, Almighty? Yeah.
I should clarify that. Because a lot of people think that Deku and Bakugo are gonna fight again. I don't think they're gonna have another fight.
They could.
They are gonna have a competition.
Yeah, they could. Like a little clash. Like.
It'll be a flip on how they had their second fight. Like Bakugo was breaking down, like, I'm the one that took down All Might. It's me, and he feeling guilty. There'll be more of a flip on that.
Oh, there's a lot. There's so many things here that I think are in place to be great. I'm especially excited for what I believe is going to be the passing of the torch, the inherited will, the next generation coming to fruition as the old one passes out and fades out. Because I don't think a lot of those guys are going to make it. Kind of pass. Like, I think they're all going to be gone. That includes Best Dad. I don't think he's going to make it.
Oh, he definitely will.
Yeah, Endeavor's not going to make it.
Who?
Best Dad.
Endeavor. Oh, that pack is done for. I mean, people like to forget those little moments. Like, I love how the dog panels is like, I haven't did enough yet, and the people just let that slide into the back of their mind, and they kind of forget that shit. But trust me, that nigga
out of here.
That nigga died, but not forget. And then the fact that you guys should even remind him now that his death flag is getting raised high again too, and he about to make the same mistake as Deku. That's like, well, not insane, but he's like, he neglecting his family again when he's supposed to be out there looking for Toya too.
Yeah. I hope All Might is get off by Stain. No, not the greatest of the whole time. Endeavor not making it out. Hawk's probably in the mud too. Yeah, Hawk's gone too. Never mind, we have Omni-Man, so we good. Hey, we need another confrontation with current Deku and Stain. That dialogue gonna go crazy. He's come a long way, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of conversation they have back and forth. But honestly, the old gen that might make it out is Mount Lady and that man Kamui Woods.
So let me.
Keep Mountain Ass. And then Wood nigga could give you splinters. He could stay too. I mean, he's evacuation. I guess you need him for that. I don't know.
I mean, well, the thing with them, they're not the old generation. Mount Lady is a new form.
She's like 23, right?
Yeah, she's only 23. Yeah. Kamui Woods is older, but he's not the old generation. He's still a rookie. He's just a rising star with it. Like, he's only been in the game for like 3 years, and he made it to the top 10. So when like they get like the old heads get out, they will be some of the people still left behind because they're on the younger side of the generation too. But they still need help. He hit or miss. I don't know. He kind of powerful, so Shigaraki might just be wiping his ass with that nigga too. We need some more powerhouses in there. So Shigaraki just stomp on niggas.
Shiggy, why your skin so ashy?
It's
Oh
so
yeah,
fun.
but
Real
about
quick.
Deku
You
and
gotta- you
Stain.
gotta-
No, I was just gonna say I don't think Deku and Stain are gonna fight because like Stain has already said that he thinks Deku's a true hero, and since he heard that whole conversation, he knows exactly what Deku is trying to do. So I think he's just gonna try to have a conversation with him, and maybe they might work together for a little bit or something. I don't know. I don't know if Deku would be willing to work with him.
It had to be something. Speaking on working with and power level stuff like that. No, Deku cannot actually speak 100%. He's bullshit. All right, the nigga capping on his ass.
Yeah, he's
Right.
talking about that 5G.
Yeah, he talked about that 5G shit. And bro, if you're gonna tell somebody don't worry about me, you will give them the most reassurance you can. Not, well, I got kind of fake on shit. It's wearing down my body. It's this, that, and other. But you shouldn't worry about me. No, you're gonna fucking lie to people's faces and like, it's not that serious. Or I got this. You're not gonna be like, all right, All Might.
If Mount Lady dies, I'm throwing Horikoshi in the Gege category. He not trying to have no bad bitches in this manga.
Also, I don't even think that Deku meant that like he could use 100% like that either. I think he means like he's able to fight at the same capabilities. Like if he needs to move as fast as if he needs to get somewhere really fast, he can do that. If he has to capture somebody, he can do that. So it's just like he doesn't have to output the same amount of power that All Might was doing at 100% to be able to fight at the same efficiency.
See, I didn't think he meant All Might. Like when he said that, I was kind of in and out for a little bit. But I didn't think he meant like All Might like in his peak prime. I thought he meant like the All Might that he met himself. It's just like how when he needed to put everything into doing something, he could do it. I thought he meant like that version.
That could be true. That could be true too. That could still work too.
He's not even. He's still far from that. That's probably like Rocky 75%. He's not even on that level yet. He's just that 5G that's like he wound up real quick and then like he used the boost and then it's kind of you got.
Because the way I look at it, peak All Might was just so much better than like everybody else. He's like head and shoulders above everybody else, and like All for One, like it's not peak All for One either. Peak of his powers either. Like this old, so I just assumed they meant like the All Might that he met originally when the manga started, the guy who already had the injury, but if he needs to use 100% power for 5, I thought he meant like that guy.
That makes sense because like I saw somebody say that when he fought Muscular the first time, that's what he was thinking because when he said that he hit Muscular with 100%, he was like, wow, that did nothing. He was like, that was All Might. But it was like if All Might is way like if peak All Might would have fucking blew that nigga to pieces. So, yeah, that it does make sense in like a situation like that.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But don't worry about Deku being like that's when like no, he just capping his ass. All right, he literally just trying not to have All Might worry about him. Right, you're not gonna tell somebody, all right, I can only do this much, but you still shouldn't worry about me. No, you can get in the utmost confidence, especially that he's trying to lie just to keep All Might at distance so he don't get hurt, which is gonna backfire.
That shit did not work.
That shit gonna backfire. That's the stupidest move you can ever do. Like hey, never read it. They never read it. They never wrote a comic book movie.
No, why hasn't nobody given that man an Iron Man type suit? Yeah, give that man some help. No, I want to talk about both. It just only I read it, so it is what it is. We're just talking about Hero. If you want to hop in and come talk about it, we can talk about it. I want to talk about it, but only I read Jojolion. You guys want to read this? I don't know if Simi read it. He playing demo. So
I read that shit.
I didn't know that. I really didn't. I wasn't sure. I didn't know you read it. I couldn't recall if you read it or not. I think I posted it in the group, but I don't remember you saying anything about it. But I haven't been around though, so.
So we can wrap this up because Pat will probably hear pretty soon. I bet then. And he's supposed to Jojolion.
Alright, he's gonna come just now, but yeah, look at Booker.
And so it's so fun to parallels how shit Rocky in there. He got his face mask on at the spa. He resting, getting massages and shit. And Deku out here in the mud grinding just to catch up, keep up, hurting on his.
I will kill Chaos to start a show. It's about Chaos out. I'm gonna defeat Chaos. What are you talking about? Sorry, go ahead.
Deku out here grinding in the mud. He ain't bathed. Blood and scars, dookie stains on his fucking costume.
East, bro, have you been on Twitter today?
Oh no, I locked up, man. I can't take these niggas no more. They ruined everything. I told you, fuck that fandom. I hope them niggas burn.
Nah, not even the fandom, bro. Just niggas on Twitter talking about, oh wow, Deku's so cool now. I've been waiting for Deku to be like this all for the whole series.
See what I mean?
Oh, brother.
You see what I mean? I can't enjoy it. This niggas outside the fam, niggas inside the fam. I can't enjoy this shit. I'm just here trying to enjoy what I got right now. My Deku chapters, niggas. Oh, what about 2ADs? What about that? I can't wait till all one goes so I can know he's not the final villain. Shit, like, oh my god, y'all shut the fuck up. I just enjoy what I got.
When y'all said when they said I don't like it because I don't know what's going to happen, I knew it was
man. Oh my god. I swear to God, bro.
That's when I knew.
Nigga Hori can't win, bro.
Man.
That's when I knew. I cannot stop it, man. We're gonna defeat Chaos. I don't know about you. Give me 60 hours of gameplay, some grinding. I'm defeating Chaos. 100% I am.
Hey, I beat Chaos ass the other day.
I will eat Chaos. Call me Bam. All right. Anything? Wait, I have to mute word Shiggy right here because they're mad annoying. Anything else you want to say with the chapter though? Or how's the anime been, by the way? They hurt my feelings with the fucking Muriel thing. I haven't watched it since. Anime been good.
Only thing I gotta say is bring Deku home. I don't care how, I don't care when. Bring my nigga home.
He is home. He belongs to the streets.
Belongs to the streets. You'll see him when them Tim's on. Boy, stomping them niggas out. Boy.
Yeah. He a vigilante now. He a mercenary, an assassin, if you will.
Niggas beg for Deku Batman for so long. Hori said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna give it to you."
They're like, "Look what you made me do. You made me do this.
Is that what you wanted?" Tight beat. All right. Well, there was no One Piece this week, right? All right, no, there wasn't. So,
I was trying to hold on.
I didn't even get to do the stream I wanted to do, but I knew anything I wanted to do. I'm tired, dog. I needed a break.
Bro, I've been asleep all day. I was supposed to finish that link drawing.
I feel like I was supposed to record. I was supposed to record this other thing with Vince for TOG. It never got done. I have to finish this one part of this Kubera review that I was doing for season 3 because something happened that I wanted to add to the review. I ain't finished that yet. I'm a mess, bro. When Mount Lady dies, I'll come for y'all. Y'all better be ready. She's not gonna die. Okay? Believe in her ass. Believe in her assets. Believe in her abilities. Christ. Man. If Mount Lady is counting me to boost his the devil knows comes to collect. I am the devil. I'm Kaiser Sose. The greatest trick the devil did is something didn't think you think he exists. I don't remember the quote, but I don't remember the quote, but I don't know. Pat, take it along. If you're not coming, I'm starting. Simi, how you feel about the chapter of Jojolion?
Listen, so
alright, brother.
These dweebs had the audacity to drop some fucking rumor talking about this chapter gonna be the last chapter in the series type beat. And then this man had the audacity to act like it was the final chapter with that narration. Talking about Jojolion is a story of hope. I said, there's no way, hold on. I was mad scared. What?
I wasn't worried. It felt like a beta switch to me, like a fake out.
But that shit said to be continued at the end. I said, phew, thank goodness. But this is a decent chapter. You know, it was more so the fallout of everything. Mm-hmm. So I would say not much really happened.
Really low key no, but it was very interesting. Just because of, like you said, the way that it was presenting itself in this weird state of finality. I'm like, oh, we're done? Excuse me, bitch? I mean, I didn't fall for it because I felt like there's no way he's about to just end it. Like there's no, cause like if the chapter ends, he literally got fucking syndrome. All right, later, Star Destroyer. See you later, man. But I think, yeah, whatever last arc. Yeah, I think there's one more arc for us. But man, I was very surprised. Wait, did the thing come in here yet, Pat?
Yes, he's here.
All right, before
And now?
All right, speak on it before I go on my tangent.
Hey man, what the fuck is going on? I read the chapter. I'm thinking, okay, cool. Whatchamacallit? Toru in the mud. He about to die. He over here begging for his life. That's on brand for him because he's a fuck nigga. I'm like, all right, let's go. Whatchamacallit? Tsurugi. He getting healed up and stuff because of the fruit. Then next you know, the stand trying to attack Kato, and then she like, whatchamacallit? She just chilling. Then he explodes. And then next thing you know, it's a knife in her side. I'm like, nigga, what?
You can't escape the calamity.
I'm like, Araki, why are you doing this? And I'm like, okay, we getting all this narration and stuff. I was like, what's going on? Like, are we done? Is Jojolion over? And then Yasuo, she do a double take. I'm like, bro, no way, this nigga's still alive. The stand over here in Norisuke's body and stuff, exploding. Then what happened? Josuke come out of nowhere. Talk about some, watch out, Yasuo. Hold on. This is a story of hope. What? I was just so confused.
I want to say one thing. Somehow, some way, through the miraculous crease out my ass. Thank you, Lady Bird. I was able to guess something right. Kato did exactly what the hell that I thought that she did previously, but she just did it on camera. She used the juice.
You're right.
Yeah, he was right. He was right about the juice. He was right about the, you know, take the Rokaka juice. He was right. You knew. He knew.
The juice. And she was like, I bet. So that make it so he ate more than your ass. And that shit worked.
The IV dripping the juice through Tsurugi's mouth.
You see, the amount of juice that you've had is only 6 milliliters, but the amount of juice that I have contained in this card is 10. Therefore, it's over for you.
Just can't believe I fucking right about that shit. But yeah, please take it away before your ass forget.
Uh-oh. It was a good chapter. You know what I'm saying? I liked how he framed it that way because I didn't like if he really ended it like that. There's a part of me that would have found it funny. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm not gonna lie to you because it would have felt like fucking syndrome. But the interesting thing is what becomes of the story. If the story was about breaking a curse, the curse is broken. What does the story? Does the point of the story change now? Is the story no longer about breaking a curse? It's kind of insane. But the part of the chapter that really hurt me was the Kato thing. But I have to say this: despite her not being in the story particularly long, if this truly is her like send off, I think she had tremendous impact and lasting appeal. This is exactly what SIU tried to do with the Hiracha thing. This is how you do it. Have a character be here minimally and still have them feel much more important than they are and impactful to the narrative itself. Because she really came here all for Tsurugi. Save that man. I said, yo, she kind of the gold mom right now. I'll fucking with her. But not to see that panel, like your side. See that fucking knife cleaving friggin' machete in her. I'm like, bro. I just me a moment. Why must waifus die? Why must MILFs get taken away from me? Why must you remove my cougar? That's all I knew. She went like a Jito. I rate her. Fuck Joshu. Seeing him packed out on the fucking pavement was raw. Hope he don't get up. And now they all talk about mom. way y'all treated her for years. Fucking clowns.
That's always been the one thing about Araki's writing I don't like. These unnecessary deaths. Like, damn, bro. She only been in the series for like, what, 10 chapters total? Why are we offering her like this? Like, that's what made me not like the chapter.
There was one.
How it ended.
There's one part of the chapter I don't like. It says one that acted out of selfish desire and was injured. That means Joshu not dead. Oh my god. Sorry, keep going.
Bro. He keep killing people, and it's just like, I just be stuck sitting there like, why?
Why you do this?
Yeah, it's like Araki's the type. He's. I mean, well, I'm pretty sure he's been writing longer than fucking Urobuchi has, but yeah, they be cut from the same cloth with that. Oh, niggas gonna die type beat. Right, so it's just like, you know, if you're reading one of their shit, or well, once you get used to their style of writing, you know that just characters finna die. They might not die this chapter, but they gonna die type beat. They just can't help themselves. So I'm just like, man, can you just please allow me some sort of happiness? Just for a little bit. You don't need to do this every arc, please.
I think that's why like most people like part 4 so much, because he didn't really off one of the beloved members of the cast. Like, he killed Sujiaya and then Shigechi. That was pretty much it. Like, everybody else lived. And then he was like, nah, that part was too happy. Then he went to part 5. Started dropping everybody.
But what comes next, though?
That's the big question. What the fuck is next?
Hey, Carrera coming next. That's what's coming next.
I want to end off with her. I guess if it could work. We'll see what happens. I trust Rocky. He'll make it work. But Kato. Yeah, I don't know. Now it's a slice of life with the love of Yasuo and Josuke. Go beyond, nigga.
But I don't. One thing I don't understand was, what was the point of those last couple pages? Like, why show the head doctor stand still alive, then have Josuke off it just like that?
Because he can go beyond, nigga. Fuck wrong with you?
It just is. It
is a weird decision. It's a weird decision. People be like, "Oh, you see the villain? Actually, he's alive and it's over." But I would argue he kind of did that in part 3. So I don't know. Maybe you just be an asshole.
Maybe he did it to show that
go beyond. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Now that freaking offing some characters, or at least the stand user doesn't automatically 101% finish the battle. So maybe we might see somebody that we've defeated before. I can't say come back, but their stand is still active. I don't know if he's giving us a brand new concept with that, but actually, I mean, he's not, because he seen that in freaking part 5. The dude just literally walked up on the goddamn fucking airstrip and killed himself just to put his automatic stand on the damn plane. But I don't know if he was doing that to like introduce a new concept where, okay, well, yeah, you beat this nigga, but because his power is pretty much like manipulating a concept, his stand is still able to move and operate long after the user dead. So it's something different than an automatic stand. It's a little different than normal heals type beat. But I mean, I really don't have to prove it. Carrera's a good gateway
to things past. Yeah.
Yeah. So I could
see. You see the vision. You see the vision. I didn't have to say nothing.
Yeah, because she's the only one that's
and Holly, I guess, maybe to some degree.
A clue, yeah. That's walking alive. So
hey, I don't like the lack of enthusiasm in Naya's voice.
What? Oh no, that's not even. That's not because like I don't think it's cool. I'm just tired.
His wife was dead. I understand.
He killed.
Do you think it's a possibility that it's Paper Moon King?
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Nandato.
Because that's what I've been seeing on Twitter. Like, Toru, or Shirugi's gonna be the final villain, essentially. Because we still have to get to the flash forward. Because everything isn't the way it was like 20 chapters ago, unless you retconned it.
Yo, I keep forgetting about
The flash forward. I know. You definitely always reminds me it happened. This time it was you, Joni, but usually definitely reminds me. But I was gonna say, I don't think that's 100% crazy. Just because part of me is wondering what happens with Tsurugi now, and like we know that when Thing went through equivalent exchange, both their stands kind of fused. So I don't know. Could be interesting. A Paper Moon calamity. I don't know. So
hold on.
We will have to see.
Hey, Paper Moon calamity. Wait just a minute. So he'll turn, man. I just don't know. I don't understand. Cause like, as I said, there's very little to talk about because it was just the aftermath.
It literally felt like an epilogue, like, and then we defeated it, and we broke the curse. Thank you for reading the Jojolion. It's literally what it felt like. But it said to be continued.
So like, what the fuck we continue?
Yeah, like I feel like it was not too easy, but like I feel like even for a Rocky, this was too lighthearted of a conclusion. Like,
I 101% feel you on that, because usually a final battle means shit. At least two and a half people getting out of here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even hold on, but no, there's a counter argument to that because we did lose a lot of bodies.
Yeah, Kei, Mamezuku, Kato, and then Joshu.
But Joshu's still alive.
Wishful thinking, boy. You see,
Jobin.
So yeah, we got that's 4, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh my god.
In Norisuke.
Norisuke is still alive.
Wait, I thought he was dead.
Didn't they say something with a blood vessel in his head being not to something? I don't know, man. I can't remember.
Yeah, because when they were talking, when they opened up the body bag, there was like Jobin intentionally didn't kill him. He just like injured him really bad.
Okay.
All right. It was a weird chapter, so I don't even know how to. I don't know what to do with this, but
like because when I saw that theory of this is going to be the final chapter, right? I was thinking along the lines of this. If this is actually the final chapter, because Mikey said there's no way this could be the final chapter because this would even round out a Tanko Bond volume, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not enough chapters to make the last volume. So I was thinking, okay, what if he did some shit where it's like, okay, this is a final chapter, right? But the next part is literally Jojolion 2.
Shirugi the MC. Paper Moon Calamity, hold on. Kind of powerful. The curse was broken. He grown now. He got bitches. Yeah, it's over.
He's a little different from a normal human. He's half human, half rock, nigga. Oh my god.
There you go.
But yeah, I really have no idea because we're the last panel just breaking this freaking head down to nigga. So it's like, what are we supposed to do with it?
Mm-hmm.
The next chapter could literally be right after that. It could be a freaking time skip to the flash forward. Like I just don't know. I have no idea what the fuck left we're supposed to do.
Bro, I was so upset because his author comment for this month was about just bread. Like, no one's talking about this ending. He was just talking about bread.
That's where he's going.
Like, the fandom's suffering right now. Like, we're just confused. And he's talking about bread.
That's kind of gold, though.
So yeah, so anyways, so I was at the freaking grocery store the other day.
I was at the bakery.
Now, you would not believe that deal that they added that bitch.
You would not believe who I saw there. Rudy Gobert. He was buying a croissant.
That's not good.
Oh yeah, again, this chapter to me was incredible, but because of how weird it was. But it's one of those things. Like if it doesn't pan out though, like I'll look back at the chapter and be like, nah, this wasn't it. But I have faith. I have no reason. I don't doubt that, man. Honestly, I don't. So I trust. I trust it. I still think this is still one of the best parts of JoJo to me.
Oh, for sure. But just taking the chapter itself at face value, like,
Yeah.
this was like the first chapter for me that wasn't high quality in like 20, 30 chapters, I guess.
I kind of
So,
hear you. I don't think chapter was bad.
Like 90% from the field.
I don't think chapter was bad, but it was just kind of weird, especially after you wait a month and you kind of get that. So I could kind of understand. Like remember I was talking about the thing where it's like you gotta always you always gotta account for the fact that we still gotta read this shit in real time for the love of Christ. What's up, Sykes? But yeah, that is what it is. But good chapter. Don't know why waifu gotta die, like Simi would say. Pole in the eye, machete in the. Pain.
Nothing but pain.
I want to know if we're gonna start wrapping up loose stuff. So first we had to do flash forward and see what's going on with that. So yeah, there's that. Do we at all dive into his past with what's the girl's name? Whatever, Karena, whatever. We might do some of that to see more to who he was at Yoshifumi. We could do that. Do we go back to Holly? Because Holly still needs the fruit. Doesn't she need the real caca? The real one?
Yeah.
So
She's still in the hospital.
yeah, so like do we wrap that up? What's that? Is the next arc trying to create another really good fruit or something? Like there's a lot of things he could do to kind of extend it a little bit, but I do think it should be in this end game. I don't think it should be like 4 more arcs and shit like that. But really interested to seeing like who's the final antagonist? What's our final obstacle here? Like it's been different because it's like I feel like we're at the end game and I felt Toru, maybe Kato / Wonder of You and stuff, but it's like, are they? So there's a lot of unknown variables here.
Jojolion 2, I'm telling you.
Part 9 to Jojolion 2. I mean, I'm okay with it. We're staying in Moriojo? Yes, sir.
Mari.
Alright, so what are we gonna any final words on any of the chapter? I mean, did you want to say anything about My Hero at all, real quick, by the way?
Yeah, My Hero good. My Hero good, man. The last chapter, like having all the heroes in the room discussing like their next plan of action, that was dope. The niggas acknowledging the situation that they in, trying to fucking protect Deku, but at the same time realizing like Deku's gonna be in front of the danger most of the time. And then like I don't like how niggas talking about some Deku hurting All Might's feelings. Like this nigga is literally trying to keep him alive.
Oh my god. That what they're complaining about?
Yeah, bro, like I see people talk about why Deku being mean to All Might. So he can stay alive? Like, bro,
yeah, he thinks he's protecting him. Yeah, what the? I don't know, dude. I can't with these people. I can't with Clown World. I just can't. I'm too tired.
Niggas are illiterate out.
That literally reminds me back in my early Toku days, and I used to look up opinions on my favorite KR series 5s, and then niggas talking about some, oh, I don't like Kaiser because he's mean. I'm like, what? Excuse me? You know, the nigga who has an entire vendetta against the enemies that we're fighting because they completely fucked his childhood and killing many of his childhood friends. Is that the third? Now he's old enough to do something about it. He has a huge chip on his shoulder, making him dang near racist. Yeah, you know, he's mean, so the show.
Yeah, nigga, he mean, nigga. He mean. He's not a nice guy. We got 12 to 16-year-olds reading this. They want a nice guy. They don't want no mean people reading.
Shit is so funny to me.
Why they so pussy? Where's your guys' rawness at? What y'all so pussy for, man? Well, who raised y'all like
that? Gimmick, they be running on Hero too.
Y'all need to.
They said they got mean people in their real life. They don't want to see their mental character being mean.
Clown World.
Clown World.
Just
How
clown
you know
world.
she mean? She be lying to the cat and she be using that, so she not a good person.
This-
She's not a good person. But it's all good. Nobody is.
She's a good
Nobody in
person.
that
She's
story
a
is.
she's a good person.
She is a great person.
Yeah.
That man Bam said he gonna sacrifice everybody to save his master. I was like, really? Is that what we're doing?
He's not a good person.
That's a selfish nigga right there, boy.
All right.
I am what you doing.
Goodbye.